Sandy Squirrel's Tale. Sandy Squirrel was very sad, and on all account of his tail. You know that, as a rule, a squirrel's tail is big and bushy and bright, but not Sandy's. It was straight and limp and flat and miserable. Sandy was so ashamed of it that he wouldn't go outside. He thought that all the other woodland animals would laugh at his poor tail, so he hid all day in his little nest hole. Sandy would watch the other animals playing all day in the sunshine, and often wished that he could go and play too. One of the squirrels that Sandy could see was Selina. Her tail was absolutely beautiful, and one day in the middle of a game, Selina looked up into his tree and saw him peeping out of his hole. Like a flash she ran up the tree and along the branch to Sandy's home. "Hello," she said, "come and play with us." Stuttered Sandy, blushing. "No, thank you, I can't come out." Come out," echoed Owl, fluttering down onto the branch beside Selina. "Why ever not?" Sandy did not answer. Instead, two big tears ran down his face. Come now," said the old Owl very kindly. "What's the matter, old chap?" Slowly Sandy crept out onto the branch, dragging his poor tail behind him for everyone to see. Nobody laughed. In fact, everyone felt very sorry for Sandy. Now," said Owl, "don't get all upset. Come down to the ground and we'll see what can be done about that tail." Sandy climbed down to the ground with Owl and Celinda. All the animals gathered round and tried to think what could be done with Sandy's tail. "I know," cried Selina. "What you need is hair curlers." "Hair curlers?" cried Sandy. "What are those?" He thought they sounded terrible. "Well," said Selina, "people use them. At least ladies use them. They're round things that ladies put into their hair when it is wet. Then when it dries, their hair becomes curly and fluffy, just the way you want your tail to be." "That's a super idea," said Sandy, feeling a lot more cheerful. "But where do we get these hair curlers from?" "I don't know," said Owl. "Let's all think." So they all thought. "Couldn't we use twigs?" asked Hedgehog. "Good idea," said Owl. So the animals gathered together some twigs of the proper size, and when they had enough, Selina washed Sandy's tail in the stream, then put in the curlers. "What do we do now?" asked Rabbit. "We have to wait until Sandy's tail is dry," said Selina. So they all sat round with Sandy in the middle and waited. After what seemed like ages, Selina said, "I think it's dry enough now." She took out the twigs and Sandy's tail and brushed it out with a thistle. "There," she said, "look in the stream." Sandy looked, and there behind him was the most glorious bushy tail he had ever seen. The animals all cheered and danced around with joy, and Sandy danced around with Selina. He didn't think he'd ever feel shy and unhappy again.